shit. Hang on. Hang on just a second. Yeah. Flip it to that X-Men joint, bro. Nah, I don't give a fuck about the copyright shit, bro. Yeah. Much better. No Avengers! Buckle up your buttholes. I'm on my way. Woo! Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah. Let it play. Let it rock, baby. Incredible news. Unbelievable. Somebody pinch me. Hugh Jackman's back as Wolverine. Let's fucking go! Remember 2 years ago when we looked at his Instagram for 45 minutes? Trying to see if he still had muscles? Turns out that was still probably a waste of time. But we're going to do it again today. I'm excited. Part 2 of the Hugh Jackman Instagram deep dive. Coming at you. No, in all seriousness, there's things to talk about. There's updates. It's very exciting. I want to speculate all over. Let's go. I'm pulling into the tower, baby. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? And by the way, everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. A lot to get into today. A lot to discuss. I think it's going to be a very fun stream. I'm calling it right now. I think this is going to be maybe one of the most fun streams we've had all freaking year. And we've had some bangers this year. You know, San Diego Comic-Con, D23, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Or was that technically last year? I don't even remember. We've had some bangers, okay? But this one's going to be really, really sweet. A long time coming. Something we've been speculating about, talking about for a long, long time. And there's a lot of stuff to actually legitimately update you guys about. It's so cool. It's so cool. TMZ caught up with Hugh Jackman coming out of his apartment in New York City. He gave some cool little, he didn't say much, but he said some really cool stuff that people are picking up on. Lip reading experts have read the lips of what Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman did on the couch with the video yesterday, where they were just talking about like how it lines up with Logan and different things like that. Other insiders are coming out to talk about sweet things. So we're gonna go deep on some really cool stuff today. But you know, one of the coolest things that happened, and I was thinking about this because it was just like a little serendipitous, okay? As you all know, if you've been watching the videos, watching the channel, I've been very excited about the X-Men. Been very excited about the mutants coming in to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And there's been a little bit of a shaky ground on that. You know, like we thought maybe they were going to announce stuff at San Diego Comic-Con. Nothing. We thought they were going to announce stuff at D23. Nothing. And we're going to get into that because, you know, they even name dropped D23 in the first video that Ryan did. Very interesting there. But Tuesday, the last time that we had a morning stream, you'll recall we talked about the MCU Phase 5, and we sort of went through all the different projects, and we speculated on how cool or not cool we thought they would be. You know, I was sort of making the argument that although Phase 4 has been a little hit or miss, that Phase 5 looks to be a very, very cool phase, and a lot of juicy stuff is coming, and now we're going to add Deadpool and mutants and fucking Hugh Jackman Wolverine to that, and that's so, so cool. But do you know what's so weird that I can't stop thinking about? I put Wolverine on the thumbnail on Tuesday. I put Wolverine in the yellow suit on the thumbnail for the stream on Tuesday. And I didn't say really shit about Wolverine, at least I don't think I did, on Tuesday at all. And I didn't have any idea that this news was happening. Okay, I was pretty certain, and I still am, that Hugh Jackman was coming back for Secret Wars. But a surprise to be sure. But a welcome one. But he will be in Deadpool 3. And I've just been thinking about that because I'm like, damn, dude. Like, even when we're not on it, we're fucking on it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Hang on. I got to switch this thing over so I can... Okay, cool. I can get those member chats later. Okay, cool. Even when we're not on it, we're on it, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Holy shit. Good times. Great oldies. All right, so... before we get too far into that, a couple of things that I think we should talk about. Number one, we had a Nerdventure stream yesterday, and we were talking about how I'm not doing watch parties anymore. I'm not doing watch parties for Andor. I'm not doing watch parties for She-Hulk. I'll pick watch parties back up. Actually, technically, next week we will do a watch party for Werewolf by Night. When does that drop? It drops on the 7th, right? So that'll be next Friday. So that'll be like Thursday night. We might even do that just on, like, maybe we should do that Friday night. You know what I mean? Like, not even a 3 a.m. thing, but just Friday night we do that watch party. Regardless, we'll talk about that. Regardless, what we're going to do instead is we're going to bring back the Wednesday morning streams. I used to stream 5 days a week at this 10:30 spot, and then I started taking off Wednesdays mostly because of the watch parties. Well, I talked with the Nerdvengers yesterday. We were like, well, what should we do? Because we're not doing watch parties. You know, should we add in a different watch party? Should we add in extra streams? And we just kind of settled on doing streams Wednesday mornings again. Okay, so basically we're just back to morning streams 5 days a week during the week. No hot D watch parties yet. Maybe I'll do one for the finale, but I still want to try to keep my weekends to be able to recharge and everything like that. So that's the only main thing. And then I am going to do this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We're going to do a Nerdvengers watch party, and we're going to watch some freaking X-Men cartoons. I don't know which one, but we're going to watch some X-Men cartoons this Saturday. So if you're a Nerdventure member, you're not doing anything Saturday morning, grab yourself a big old bowl of Magic Spoon. By the way, use code Nerdvengers at checkout for your Magic Spoon. And also, holy shit, I think I have to do another ad for them by the end of the month. So like tomorrow or some shit. Anyway, point being, we're doing a watch party Saturday morning. Everybody shut your mouth. We're doing a watch party Saturday morning cartoons. We're watching some Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine and the X-Men sounds like a good one. No, not Evolutions. Anything but that crap. I mean, no, Evolutions is fine. Some people like it, and it's fine, okay? A couple other things I want to get out of the way before we get into the juicy Hugh Jackman Wolverine news. Number one, yeah, I did watch Andor. I'm going to talk about it on Monday with Star Wars Theory, but I'll just say I thought it was a decent episode. Yo, you know what I just realized too? I think I actually have to plug a thing in here. I feel like... Hang on. What the hell? What? Are we all discombobulated here? Here it is. Hang on, this is going to get real weird. I actually have to plug this in, otherwise I think... God damn it. Oh, God damn it. No! No! Haha! Wait, what? What the fuck? Uh-oh. Hang on, we're good. We're good. Whoa. Okay, everybody relax. We're good. I know, right? I was like in the middle of the stream. First thing I want to do is fuck it all up for you guys real quick. Okay. Yeah, Andor. It was all right. Okay, it was all right. It was better than the other three. I still don't like the show, but you know what I'm gonna do for you guys? I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna try to get in as best of a mood as I can. Like, I might go to the gym. I might come back and take like 30 blinkers or something like that. I might smash a couple fucking golden monkeys or something like that. I don't know. But we're going to do whatever we can. And we're going to come back and I'm going to watch Andor again. And I'm going to try to see it as much of a positive fucking light as I possibly can. And then we'll talk about it on Monday. But for now, fuck that show. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Number 2, She-Hulk. She-Hulk! I think a lot of people didn't like this episode of She-Hulk. And it's nothing spectacular. But I do just want to say, I actually didn't hate this one. I watched it earlier this morning. And I didn't hate it as much. I thought that the whole, like, setup with the relationship thing with her and Josh was well directed and kind of interesting. And then maybe I'm just a sucker for Blonsky or whatever, but I really liked the whole support group. Hated it. Everybody hated it. Isn't that funny? Yo, it's funny. I hated the episode. Dude, that's what I keep saying. Yo, I saw a ton of people online being like, yo, Josh, you were right. She-Hulk. Oh, man, this episode. Fuck this episode. Rah, and everybody hated it. For whatever reason, I didn't hate this one. I thought it was all right. Yeah. Where were Emil's many wives? I don't know. It's a good question. Episode was brutal. I don't know, man. I mean, look, man, She-Hulk's not really the droid we were looking for. I think that's pretty obvious. By the way, I didn't even talk about this, but did you guys know that it dropped out of Nielsen Top 10? I think it was last week it dropped out of Nielsen Top 10. Do you know what that means? That's the first Marvel show to do that. To drop out of the Nielsen Top 10, yeah. No, it was. I think it was coming in, like, lower in there. Dude, my hair is driving me crazy. This, like, little floop. This little fucking floop. I'm going to get my hair cut today, actually, at 4. There's, like, just some of the hair's, like, chunked. It's all chunked up. And it's not sitting right. Whatever. Yeah, so She-Hulk dropped out of the Nielsen Top 10. And here's the thing. Here's my sort of take on Nielsen. And we'll get into a little bit of Blade stuff, too, before we get into the Hugh Jackman stuff. This is all actually good. Like, everybody's all... Like, I feel like everybody's missing the point here. The reality is, She-Hulk ain't all that, and it's underperforming, and that's good. Because Marvel should be able to look at that and just understand that that ain't it. And they can adjust and make different plans. I'm not saying they need to abandon the character. They just need to do a better job. You know what I mean? They need to have a tighter production. They need to actually make it feel like a more fun show. You know? I think that's what it is. So, you know, when you see things like Miss Marvel underperforming to the fucking max, like that shit was low, right? And now She-Hulk dropping out of the top 10. To me, I see this as positive. I see this as an absolute win, as Bruce Banner would say. I'm not butthurt, okay? And everybody can, you know, still go make their Marvel is dead, clickbait bullshit, whatever they want to do. That's obviously not true. But I will say, yeah, a lot of this stuff that's going on right now, it ain't it. This is nature running its course. This is fine. You know what I mean? Like, this is fine. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Why can't we get a good Blade? Okay, let's talk about that. So, touched on this in a video yesterday, but yeah, Blade lost its director. A lot of, like, rumors kind of about what was going on there. It seems like Mahershala Ali is frustrated. The script was 90 pages. I don't even see that as a big deal, but I guess a lot of people in Hollywood did. It only had 2 lackluster action sequences, and, you know, I made this point in the video yesterday, but this is kind of how I feel about it. I think that a lot of actors that are getting into the cape business or the superhero business, right? Especially after Spider-Man No Way Home, they are looking to have that kind of a film, right? And, you know, as we're going to talk about, I believe that Deadpool 3 is going to be one of those kind of movies, right? But here's the deal. That comes when you've put time as an actor into a character, when a studio has put time into a character over time. And I feel like people like Tom Hiddleston, like Hugh Jackman, like Ryan Reynolds, like Tobey Maguire, like Andrew Garfield, and even Tom Holland, I feel like these are people that have earned the right to get this kind of treatment and to be starring in these kind of movies. Mahershala Ali he's won 2 Oscars, okay? This dude's, like, as far as just raw acting talent, probably, if not the best actor in the MCU currently, he's one of the best, right? He's absolutely incredible, and I think that the Blade movie is deserving of being really dope. But I don't know that it deserves the sort of care and attention that, like, Deadpool 3 is going to get, or that Spider-Man No Way Home got. You know what I'm saying? Or that Loki, the show, is getting, right? I don't know for sure that that's what the beef is, but when it comes to Blade, like, I'm not particularly worried about the movie, but that's because I never really saw Blade as, like, this huge, big, consequential thing. In fact, unless I am mistaken, he's the one that reached out to Marvel. Mahershala Ali reached out to Marvel. I don't know that he said he really wanted to be Blade, but I know he reached out to Marvel to want to be a star in their MCU. Right? And so I absolutely think that the Blade movie deserves to be awesome. If Mahershala is not happy with that script and it doesn't seem like it's going to pop, they absolutely need to punch that up, which apparently one of the X-Men 97 guys is coming in to punch that up. So I'm not really worried about Blade. But that's also because, like, I don't think Blade is of much consequence. I think that the Blade we're going to see now will be better than the one that it was going to be before. I'm fine. And just like Feige did with Multiverse of Madness, some of the names that are being proposed to take over and direct Blade, whoa. Dude, Spike Lee, get the fuck out of here. If they get Spike Lee to direct Blade in the MCU, I'll lose my goddamn mind, dude. Like, I really will. I think he's absolutely an incredible director. I know there are other names that are being talked about. I believe the lady that directed The Woman King, right, is in talks, or they're trying to go after her. Whoever they get is probably going to be pretty high caliber, dude. You know what I mean? So they're probably going to get somebody pretty high caliber. They'll punch up the script. I think Blade's going to be fine. What do you think? Thoughts? Thoughts, chat? Thoughts? I think we're going to be fine. Do you disagree? Do you think we're off the mark? Are you worried? A Spike Lee MCU joint. I will shit my pants, dude. Fuck Spike. What are you talking about, dude? But Multiverse of Madness was mega trash. So I think Multiverse of Madness it's definitely in my top 5. It might even be in my top 3. And at the time I said it was one of my favorites. It's like top 3 for me, probably, of my favorite Marvel movies. I absolutely love Multiverse of Madness. But I understand that it was divisive, right? So there are people that, like, absolutely love it. There are people that don't like it. It is what it is. I understand it. But for me personally, selfishly, I would absolutely love another Multiverse of Madness. Are you kidding me? I think that shit slaps. Like, bop, bop, bro. Kidding me? Whew. Love it. Yeah. So the other side of the Blade story that's a little bit concerning is that the talk is that Kevin Feige is stretched too thin. Right? Stretched too thin. What do y'all think of that? Are you concerned? Do you agree? What do you think? What do you think? Too much yoga. I think, obviously, he's an incredibly busy dude. And I also think that, yeah, of course he's stretched too thin. I would say anybody that's really trying to achieve at the level that he's trying to achieve is going to be stretched too thin, right? 100%. Right? So here's my take on that. My hope here, and I think we'll see this bared out, but we don't know for sure. My hope is that he is stretched too thin, but he is also allocating his time properly. Again, as I said before, I just don't know that Blade's that important. I want Blade to be good. I think Mahershala deserves that, and I want, Blade to be doing all these different things. But Mahershala Ali's incredibly busy. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. as leading into Secret Wars, bringing in all these different characters, bringing back the OGs from the Infinity Saga, bringing back Hugh Jackman, who's now been playing Wolverine for over 20 years. It's not the same, man. And so for me, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, of course, that's why we have She-Hulk, probably. That's why we have Miss Marvel being the way that it is. That's why we have fucking Love and Thunder. Because, yes, obviously Kevin Feige is stretched too thin. He's coming in to try to do the best that he can to tighten things up, but he's not focused fully on every single project, because every single project is not of the level of import as it was in the Infinity Saga. My take on it is like, yeah, of course he's stretched too thin. I'm not ready to sound the alarm yet. You know what I mean? I think we have to see what Wakanda Forever, the second longest movie in the entire MCU, gives us. I think we got to look at Quantum Mania, which is going to set up Kang and set up all the MacGuffins and all the fun shit that we have going on for the Multiverse Saga. I think we need to look at that before we make this judgment call. And at the end of the day, yeah, maybe he does need to slow down. I wouldn't mind a little less MCU show. Or maybe he just needs to delegate more, and we as fans need to adjust to the new reality that not everything's going to be operating at that 10 out of 10 level. That's my take. That's what I think. I don't know. I'm very curious as to what you guys think about that. Because, you know, with the idea of 2 Avengers movies coming in the next 3 years, and reports about Kevin Feige being too stretched, I mean, yeah, that's fucking concerning. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't want to hear that. That's not something I want to hear. Right? But I feel like it's going to be okay. And speaking of 10 out of 10 absolute craziness, let's talk about the biggest news of the year, man. Let's talk about Hugh frickin' Jackman coming back to the role of Wolverine. Let's talk about it. Where were you when it happened? Where were you when it happened? What was going on? How'd you find out? What was your first reaction? How'd you find out? What do you think? At work, I was taking a shit right on eating tacos and I flipped out. I'm still hard. You might want to go to the doctor. I turned in my video for the day. I know, right? Fernie turned in a video about what was the vid? Oh, the Blade shit. Or wait, no. That was wait. Hang on. You turned in the Doctor Doom video and Wanda. And then I was like, that's awesome, dude. Thanks for that video, but here's this instead. It's crazy. Yeah. So like I was like, yo, like what? This is wild. And I honestly like didn't believe it at first because the account like that I saw basically just shared it. There was no context. It was just like a logo and it was like, yo, Kendall, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, Jedi Mike. So when I first saw it, I was like, dude, what? Like, is this real or whatever? And then you come to find out that Ryan Reynolds himself shares the video talking about it. He references D23, jokes about not having any ideas. And then Hugh Jackman's just in the background and they just go for it, okay? Now, here's what I think is so cool about this, man. A ton of people knew about this. Sean Levy knew about this. Hugh Jackman knew about this. And by the way, you're crazy. You're absolutely fucking crazy if you think Hugh Jackman just decided this like a little bit ago. No. He has had to have been in talks with Marvel for over a year. And we know that Marvel seriously sat down and talked to him, trying to get him into Multiverse of Madness. But even before that, way back in like 2019... when it was reported that he met with Sir Patrick Stewart, Kevin Feige, right? He also met with Jackman, right? Which is so crazy because Feige literally convinced both of them, who said they would never because of Logan. He convinced both of them to come back. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, so I think this is brilliant because we live in this world of like, spoiler culture and leaks and all of these different things. And people had kept this quiet. It was officially decided, I believe, 2 weeks ago. At least that's kind of what I'm putting together from what people are saying. And that a lot of people Like Rob Liefeld himself and other people knew about this. And do you guys remember the tweet that Rob Liefeld made? It was a couple of weeks ago where he said, you're going to have to wait a long time. It will have been 6 years at this point until Deadpool 3, but it will be worth the wait. When it pops, it'll pop, or something like that. Do you remember that? We went over it on stream. I said, this is fucking cool. What does this mean? Apparently, that was all Rob could say when he had found out that Jackman was indeed actually coming back. Yeah. So, no, I hadn't heard anything about this, actually. A lot of people in my circle, including Dude Trust Me Bro, and if you're watching Dude Trust Me Bro, what the fuck, dude? A lot of people knew about it and didn't tell me. It's fine, okay? I don't get to know everything, and it's fine. But this is a really cool way to do this because you don't get any, like, leaks and then all this speculation. Bro, we don't have to do that, right? We don't have to, like, fucking have Andrew Garfield lie in front of us even though we have 4K images of his ass in the Spider-Man uniform. We don't gotta do that this time. You know what I mean? Like, we know, bro. We know exactly what's going on. Well, we don't know exactly what's going on, but we know that Jackman is back as Wolverine, and it's so fucking cool. It has created a windfall of hype for this film, and a lot of people are saying this is going to be the next Spider-Man No Way Home. And the speculation now becomes, instead of what's Deadpool 3 going to be about, it's what's Deadpool 3 with him and Wolverine and Hugh fucking Jackman back. What's that going to be about? What's that going to be like? And I love that. I think this is the new way to handle like spoiler culture. You have to have a tight window on something, and then you should announce it yourself. You should announce it yourself. And just put it out there and allow it to happen. I think that's so cool. And so now I want to talk about some of the things that Jackman has been saying. I want to just go over and update you about like kind of everything. And this is a fun little moment here. Number one, because Jackman is just so excited, and you can tell. But he also says something that's kind of interesting here, and we can talk about as well. Okay.
How did they convince you to do it again, brother?
Come on. I make my decisions.
I know.
See you, bro.
How you doing? How's everything?
All good, man.
Yeah?
All good. Excited.
I can't wait to see you in that big screen again. Always good to see you.
Look at how excited he is,
All right,
dude.
brother.
Have a good one.
You too.
Like, look at how excited he is, okay? Dude, he knows what it is.
How did they convince you to do it again, brother?
Come on.
He said, come on, I make my own decisions. You know what I mean? And I think that, like, it is cool because they've been trying, right? Like, they wanted him in Multiverse of Madness and whatever. He said no, but he said he was open for Secret Wars. And I hadn't heard anything about this, actually, with the Deadpool 3 thing. But look, it's really, really cool. You know, as many people have been bringing up, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman became good friends on the set of, I think it was Wolverine Origins, right? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, the first time that Ryan Reynolds played that character, which was a butthole of a movie, but it was apparently Jackman who was, I guess, producing on that and really had taken ownership of his character even back then, and he brought Ryan in to do it, to the world of superheroes, right? And so then Ryan does it, and it's like this horrible fucking version of Deadpool, like the worst, dude, which they even shoot at the end of Deadpool 2, right, where he's going through time and he blasts him and all that sort of shit, right? It's really wild. So it's kind of a feel-good story, and I think it's also dope that Ryan has been teasing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine to be in these movies ever since the first Deadpool movie. I mean, every single Deadpool movie has jokes and references to Hugh Jackman. And this will be a very feel-good moment for that franchise and for that character of Deadpool when we actually get Jackman Wolverine back. And I just love, dude, this last part here where he's just like, I'm good.
I know.
Like, you can tell he's hyped. Like, he's feeling hyped, right?
Good, man.
Yeah.
All good. Excited.
I can't wait to see you in that big screen again.
Like, this move right here, dude, like, that's a like, let's go, bro, kind of move, dude. You know what I mean? Giving him a back slap and everything. Like, it's sick, dude. It's sick as hell. And I absolutely love it, okay? So let's get into another cool thing here. This is a great video by John Boy Media. I'm not familiar with John Boy Media, but I will say this was super cool. So check this out.
What happens in our film is these two... All right, and then they play a song and they drown out their voices and they're just messing around and saying a bunch of stuff and you can't hear it, so I'm going to do my best to lip read it. I don't think I got everything perfect, but I think it got the gist of it pretty good.
Nice.
These two get out.
Yes.
And he's like, grrr, and I'm just like, ooh, and I just fucking catch him, and I'm chasing him all over the place, and we're going through
and we're
stuff,
gonna have
all
this
these
massive,
different places,
massive,
and just
huge,
yeah, and I've got the swords that,
and
boom, boom,
that's it.
but I'm fine. I'm totally laughing about it.
And I'm alive too, but really get to see this because we're in our prime. It's true, the prime.
And what a way to make it up to you.
I'm so excited about this. You're just gonna fucking love it.
It's gonna be the best.
Thank you, Kevin Feige. Love you, Kevin Feige.
Yo, so why do they do the Love You Kevin Feige, John? Because he loves Kevin Feige, and we're going to talk about that in a second as well.
These two.
All right, and then they play a song.
Here, I'll skip to this part. But it's really cool. Like, so check out what they're saying. Look, they're goofing, right? They're goofing. But I don't know if how many of you guys have actually seen this, so I want you to see it.
Get out.
Yes.
And he's like, grrr, and I'm just like, ooh, and I just fucking catch him, and I'm chasing him all over the place.
This is like if you and your boys are just like wasted and like pitching a crazy movie together or something. Like that's the energy that I'm feeling on this.
And we're gonna have
all
this
these
massive,
different places
massive,
and just
huge.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. So he says, if you look at what Ryan's saying here, right?
Yeah, and I've got the
Swords. Shing, washoo, boom. Wait, what does he say about all the places?
That's it.
Hang on.
Like these two. Get out.
Yes.
And he's like, grrr, and I'm just like, ooh, and I just fucking catch him, and I'm chasing him all over.
Chasing him all over the place. We're going through stuff and through all these different paces.
And we're gonna have this massive,
places and just
Places, maybe.
huge.
yeah, and I've got the swords.
And that's it.
But I'm fine.
He actually punched him there.
Totally laughing about
And I'm
it.
alive too, but really get to see this.
And that's actually a good point because they both have incredible healing factors. So it's going to be awesome because they're definitely going to be fighting each other, killing each other, cutting each other up and all that, right? We're in our prime. I love that because look, we're going to talk about this in a second here, but there's a lot of question of like, are we going to get an old man Logan here? Are we going to get a young man Logan? I think they're actually going to go for a younger version of Logan, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. It's true, the prime. And what a way to make it up to you. And it's so funny because in the first video that Ryan did, he's talking about how long it has been for Deadpool. And you understand this frustration, right? And we've been talking about this too because Rob Liefeld has actually been kind of vocal about this, where he has said, man, what a bummer that you won't be able to see this for like 5 or 6 years, talking about Deadpool. The first two movies make $1 billion and like Marvel's just going to push it to the side. That's crazy. And he sort of changed his tune. But I do think that a lot of the people, especially on Ryan's side and the Fox side of things, are frustrated because these hit movies, this character is a smash hit, and Marvel has seemingly not been I mean, they just haven't done it in like a super fast time period. They're doing things like She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, right? And so you can see the frustration from like that camp and everything like that. I think that's what he's saying here when he's like, and what a way to make it up to you.
I'm so excited about this. You're just gonna fucking love it.
Yeah.
Best.
It's going to be the best. And then he's like, yo, thank you, Kevin Feige. And that's really cool. And I want to show you this.
100%. Kevin was there as X-Men 1. Sure. When I went for my first audition, the audition that was really not a real audition because Dougray Scott was going to play it. And I think I was sent up there just to kind of send a message back to Mission Impossible 2, like, you better hurry up because we're going to start looking at other people. Right. I didn't think it was a real audition. Even then, Kevin Feige said, let me drive you to the airport. I said, dude, you don't have to drive me to the airport. Like, I was kind of saying, it's okay, man, I know I'm not getting the part. And he said, no. And not only that, on the way, he says, come on, let's just grab a bite to eat. And we just sat, and him, Tom DeSanto, myself, had dinner. And in my head, I was just going, you're a good guy. And when I got the part, I remember going into his office, wall-to-wall comic books. And by the way, comic books were banned on the set. Because Bryan Singer had this thing that people would think He really wanted to take comic book characters
Bryan
seriously
Singer,
as real three-dimensional characters. And he said, people who don't understand these comics might think they're two-dimensional. So no one was allowed. Everyone, it was like contraband. If people, I'd never read X-Men, so people just slipped under my door. I'm having a look. I'm reading these things. I'm looking because I go, these are brilliant. Look at the physicality. And so I would go into Kevin Feige's office, and I would say, Kevin, and it was wall to wall, not only comics all over the like posters, but about 600 figurines of different characters. And I'll be like, what should I read? What do you use? You got to read this one. You got to read the
Yeah, dude.
You got to read the origins. And so he was slipping me stuff, and we've stayed friends ever since. And nothing makes me happier to know that someone who is purely creative, purely a lover of the legacy of those comic books is this successful. You know, you hear all the time, oh, Hollywood's run by suits. And I go, Kevin Feige. That's not a suit. If it's a suit,
real passion.
If it's a suit, it's like got a cape and it's an X-Men suit. There is nothing corporate about him, and yet he's incredibly successful. And
So, I mean, you know, obviously I'm a big Kevin Feige simp, and a lot of what we do over on this channel is all about kind of celebrating, in many ways, just the success of what Feige's been able to do. But I wanted to bring that up because it's such a feel-good thing. The whole experience, you know, Feige starts doing the X-Men movies and kind of like break into Marvel at that point, and his DNA has been all over this for a long, long time. And it's really feel good to have these guys that have all been really killing it in this game come together and collaborate on this project, okay? So just wanted to share that because I think it's pretty freaking hyped up, and I'm quite excited about it. Definitely feeling good as a Marvel fan, as a Feige fan. Now, I want to talk, and I want to sort of shift into talking about, well, what's the deal with the actual film, man? What do we know about this movie? Like, what is it going to be about? What will Wolverine look like? And I wanted to bring this up because this is Daniel Richtman here saying that the idea currently is for Hugh Jackman to wear the yellow Wolverine outfit for Deadpool 3. And I would definitely like to know, what are your thoughts about the yellow suit Wolverine? Is this a W? I mean, I think it's a W, but I want to know what you guys think, because a lot of people be saying that's difficult. How's that going to translate? That's tough. I don't know if that'll work, right? Of course, bro. It's a huge W. It's a huge W. And to me, it kind of hints at the fact that this will not be Old Man Logan. Okay? I think the Logan we see in the Logan movie is obviously very old. It's essentially an Old Man Logan story. His healing factor has deteriorated. He's old. He's grumpy. And I believe that the Wolverine that we'll visit, and maybe just the main Wolverine, because I actually believe that you're going to see multiple Wolverines and multiple Deadpools in this film as well. Okay? But I think this probably indicates to us and hints that the main Wolverine that will be doing this buddy cop thing with Ryan Reynolds will be in the yellow suit. And that's really cool, dude. As an X-Men fan, I mean, talk about just ultimate fan service. You know what else is dope about this? Deadpool probably has the most comic accurate suit in all of Marvel movies. Like, the suit, it's Deadpool, bro, from the comics. And yet it looks dope as hell. It's got all the patches. It's got all the fun stuff that we like about the character from the comics. It's so good. I think Marvel Studios has done an incredible job with a lot of their costumes and the things that they do. And I'm very interested to see what this entire team brings to the table to create yellow Wolverine. I'm also absolutely positive, Marv, welcome back. I'm also absolutely positive that Kevin Feige has been thinking about how to make the yellow suit work in live action since the Bryan Singer days. I mean, come on, man. If you don't understand what the fuck's going on at this point, like, come on, bro. Open up your mind. This dude has been on it. That's why he is who he is. And so I think we're going to see just so much fun stuff Fox is going to now be completely out of the way, and we're going to allow Ryan, we're going to allow Hugh, and we're going to allow Kevin Feige to do their fucking thing on this movie. And dude, it's going to be such a celebration. It's going to be so cool. Another thing that I want to bring up here. Well, you know what? Fuck it, dude. Let's bring this up too. We're just going crazy on this shit today, okay? We're going crazy on this shit today, and then I want to... Hang on. There's also another story I want to bring up that is mad interesting, that may show us some hint at what the actual Deadpool 3 story will be. Okay, but check this out, dude. Elizabeth Olsen chiming in. And why is she chiming in? Because she's the goddamn Scarlet Witch, and she's not leaving. She's still in the MCU. Did a big video about it yesterday. It's awesome. Go watch the video! Ah! It's really cool, okay? But check this out, man. This is mind-blowing. So she comments on this, right? She reacts to Wolverine's return in Deadpool 3 in the most fan-aware way possible. This is why I love Lizzie Olsen, dude. She gets it. She fucking reads the comics, dude, okay? And so she says here, it would be cool to work with any of those people in the X-Men franchise. I think Fassbender is my dad in some world. That would be interesting. And again, why is this so juicy? Because Fassbender, just like Hugh Jackman, was going to be in Multiverse of Madness. That was majorly rumored, and there's even leaks of what the actual story was going to be in there. I've gone over it before, but it would be fan-fucking-tastic, dude. Yes, I want to see Wanda interacting with the X-Men. I definitely do. And I'm not saying she is going to be in Deadpool 3, but she could be. And I think that would be super fun. So, I don't know. Just wanted to bring that up. Now, let's shift and let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about this. This is on Heroic Hollywood. Ryan Reynolds may have already revealed the plot of Deadpool 3 and Wolverine's role. This was in a tweet in 2021. Ryan Reynolds teased the Deadpool 3 plot that was in consideration prior to Disney's acquisition of the Fox movie studios and its featured Hugh Jackman Wolverine. While promoting the mental health campaign Bell Let's Talk, Reynolds said the original plan for Deadpool 3 was a story about Wade Wilson and Logan on a road trip together. He said the film would be presented Rashomon style, referencing Akira Kurosawa film in which the events of the story are seen multiple times from the perspectives of different characters. If you recently watched The Last Night, I believe was what it was called, with Adam Driver and Matt Damon, Ridley Scott movie, that's kind of what that movie does as well. It shows you the same event from three different perspectives. You're not really sure which one was the way that it happened, but this is the way that it was going to go. Now, I don't know that this is exactly what they're going to do with the MCU, but I think it's accurate to say that these ideas were brought into the writer's room, were brought to the table when deciding what this film should and could be. And so I think at the very least what you're going to get is Deadpool and Logan in somewhat of a buddy cop movie where they're going to be jumping around doing all these crazy things. Okay? And I think that I'm wondering if there's anything else that I missed, because I think it's time to just go to Speculation Town. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Okay, one more small thing, and then we're going to go to Speculation Town, okay? So, Tom Smith, who I have no fucking idea who Tom Smith is, okay? He does a superhero podcast. I've never seen this name come up, but apparently he does have some insight into what's going on behind the scenes. I can't get too excited about this yet, just because I got too excited with Emmett Kennedy and the horse race dude, right? So I'm going to try to just kind of curb my enthusiasm and see if any more updates come out for this, right? But Tom Smith says that he got word that the rumor about Kevin Feige not being able to recast certain mutants until 2025 is false. And let me just tell you that if more people come out and corroborate this report, and it is indeed true that we're fair game for mutants, all of them, and we can do whatever we want in the MCU, and moving forward, you're going to start to see mutants pop up all over the place. Like if Namor really is a mutant and it's addressed. If we have more mutants and other projects past that, the age of the mutants is here. And it's time to get super fucking excited, okay? But put a pin in that because we're not sure, right? We're just not sure if that's true yet. And I'm going to be following that story pretty closely because, of course, I really want it to be true. So, let's go to Speculation Town. Let's talk about what we think Deadpool 3 could be. Let me just ask you guys this. Do you think that Deadpool 3 is going to be like really big in scope in the same way that Spider-Man No Way Home is, right? Because you could just do a buddy cop comedy with Wolverine. But I think the conventional wisdom here is that you are, Jareth, you are. I think the conventional wisdom here is that this movie is going to involve the multiverse, right? I mean, we don't know. We're in the very early stages, right? But I mean, the things that people are speculating about are that it will involve the multiverse and that in some way it could involve the Fox universes collapsing in some way. Right? It could be Deadpool kills the Fox universe, which I think is really interesting, a really interesting concept. It could be Deadpool trying to navigate away from the incursions, which is my personal pick. That's what I would want to see, right? Yeah, exactly. Fox universe incursion. Right. So what if it's just a story about Wade Wilson and a variant of Wolverine literally jumping from universe to universe as they all collapse, and it kind of ends up setting us up towards Secret Wars. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I think could be happening because this movie comes out the year before Secret Wars. I do believe that these characters are on the table for Secret Wars. I mean, Hugh Jackman, it was more rumored. There was more evidence that he'd be back for Secret Wars than that he would be back for Deadpool 3. Right? So, my basic idea, like my basic, sort of concept here is that this movie, I think, will deal with the incursions in the multiverse. And I also think that it is possible that this movie is the way that a lot of the Fox X-Men come back into the MCU, whether that is just for Secret Wars or they persist after Secret Wars, I'm not sure. But I think that's kind of what my anticipation of it is right now, is that what you're going to have is Logan and Wade, because especially in the post-credit scene of Deadpool 2, right? He's literally time traveling, creating variant universes. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that Deadpool started the incursions. But what if he did? I mean, what if Deadpool is one of the things that causes the incursions because of the time travel and doing all that, right? Breaking time the way that he did. Creating paradoxes, doing things like that. I don't know. I just think that would be absolutely incredible. And I think that because Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, I think it's actually a perfect movie to help to explain what is going on with all the incursions and why you're going to see all these different versions of these characters in Secret Wars. I also think that one of the obvious things that will happen in the film that's going to just be so fucking cool is that it's going to be very bloody and they are going to tear each other up, man. Like, Deadpool and Wolverine have met many times in the comics. I think their first meeting was, like, way back in the day. It was during the time when Deadpool had, when Daredevil had, a blue and red suit with, shoulder pads that had weird silver armor on them. This was a really weird time in Marvel Comics. I believe it was in the 90s, where art styles and shit were just wild. By the way, Daredevil kicks Deadpool's ass before he meets Logan. It's really fun. And then Logan and Wolverine meet each other, and it has to do with like Vanessa and this other hero or this other like super soldier kind of character. But they fight each other, and because of the healing factors, it's like really, really cool. You know what I mean? And recently, there's been a run where Old Man Logan met up with Deadpool, and they cut each other apart, but they're healing and shit like that. And so I think that's certainly going to be part of the fun, is the fact that these two have some of the strongest healing factors in Marvel. And so they'll be able to cut each other up, heal up, and do all kinds of wild, weird shit like that. I think that's going to be super fun. Now, on the other hand, one of the other things that could be really cool is the possibility of introducing the MCU X-Men. Because there is some evidence to suggest that the MCU X-Men are already around and have been around for some time. Okay? You're seeing in She-Hulk, and maybe it means something, maybe it's just a fun little Easter egg, but you're seeing in She-Hulk the evidence that Logan has been around and he already has his adamantium. You know what I mean? And so you start to kind of look at the evidence and the trajectory of things here. I think it's very possible that there already are mutants and X-Men in the MCU, and perhaps they've just been hidden because of Charles Xavier, right? Some people are saying a great way to introduce the new Wolverine, because absolutely Wolverine is a massive, huge, very important character to Marvel, that it would be incredible to have the old Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, legacy Wolverine, help to foster it and actually pass the baton to, like, I don't know, maybe the Taron Egerton Wolverine of the MCU. What do you guys think about that? Like, would you like that? Or do you want just stick to the old stuff, show me some fun Fox stuff, don't worry about the MCU stuff? Or do you think that would be good to, like, have them end up at a place where they're in the MCU and they're hanging out with the X-Men? What do you think? Would that be cool, or would that be stupid? Yeah. I want a baton pass. Yes. Clone Hugh Jackman. Wait, what? Taron Egerton. Yeah, Taron is the new Wolverine. Post-credit scene, maybe. Ooh, that could work too, yeah. Some people are mixed on it. Some people are down. Yeah. Yeah, I could see both, man. I mean, like, I don't really want it to serve as that. Like, I don't want the whole movie to be about that. But it wouldn't be a bad little, like, kind of extra treat. Right? Multiple Wolverines, I think, would be cool. I think that would be cool. Yeah. So, that's pretty cool, and that's pretty fun. Now, the other part of this that's, of course, massive is that this, to me, I think this means probably more than ever that Wolverine's going to be in Secret Wars. And Daniel brings up this really good point here. Let me bring this up for you guys to see. That Feige said years ago it was his dream to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man team up. Now he finally has the chance to make it come true. And again, a lot of the buzz from the insiders, from the scoopers, from these people is that Hugh Jackman is absolutely coming back, not just for Deadpool 3, but for Secret Wars. And as I've been saying, part of the fucking juice, bros, is going to be Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. Hopefully Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. All of them back together, actually interacting as these fan favorite characters. Like, Secret Wars is going to be a different kind of movie than Endgame was, but it is going to be bigger and in many ways probably better than what Endgame was. Different, but I still argue better. And I think that we are headed towards absolute hype. This is not the only Fox X-Men that I think is coming back. And holy shit, dude. Like, especially at a time when, you know, there's doubts and, you know, people are a little bit upset about She-Hulk, etc., etc. And we're like, you know, where's the hype? Like, where's the excitement? To me, I believe that something like this and this news coming out like this, dude, was like just what the doctor ordered, bro. Just what the doctor ordered. and I'm incredibly excited. I'm incredibly excited, of course. So I think that's everything we know so far. Okay, a lot of rumor, a lot of speculation, but a lot of people are talking about this, and it is absolutely a massive deal. I think the biggest news of the year, for sure. And damn, bro, like, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. And it's going to be real hyped. So let's change gears here. Let's get into some Q and some A. I'll check out all the super chats, see what you guys are saying. And we'll speculate, of course. We'll speculate. I'm pretty sure that's everything I wanted to talk about. If I randomly think of another thing, I'll bring it up. But I think for now, that's good. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay, let's get into it. Devin, first in today, member chat for 11 months, says, at convention in San Diego and still made it to the tower. Nerd Vengers for life. My man. My man. San Diego, which of course means a whale's vagina. But cool, man. Much love. Appreciate you. Have fun at the convention. Let's go. Jack R, member for 3 months, says, can't wait for Deadpool and Wolverine team up. No Adventures for life. I know, dude. It's super hyped up, man. I feel like I'm a little bit tired, so I'm not doing it the justice that it needs to be done. But, like, guys, this is unfucking believable. This is unbelievable. Like, what a gift. What a gift. Alex says, member for 17 months, first chat in a minute, and it's a good reason. He's back. Let's go. I don't know why people are mad. Logan is still great. Let us have fun. He's never had the suit. Exactly, Alex. Bro, if there are people really, like, I'm going to tell you right now, bro. Here's what I think. I think there's a lot of people that say, I think there's going to be a lot of people out there right now that are going to be like, no, Logan was a perfect ending. And I guarantee you, if you could go back in their history, like on their Twitter and shit, they probably didn't even think Logan was that good. It's that same crowd of people, man. Just contrarian assholes. James Mangold, like, shared, like, his little ending, and everybody thought it was, like, kind of a dig or whatever, and then he kind of, like, walked it back a little bit. But, like, dude, it's comic books. Like, these characters die all the time. Death of Wolverine was an incredible run. He was actually gone for comics for, like, 2 years, and he came back, and it absolutely slapped. So, the shit happens, dude. Like, it's comic books. Get over it. Just Fernie says, member for 18 months, says, I'm a huge horror/classic film fan, and Werewolf by Night comes out the day before my birthday. Hella hype. Bro, that's sick. We'll definitely do a little birthday shout out to Fernie next Friday. I think we should do it next Friday evening. What do you guys think? Like 7 at night? 7 at night next Friday. We do a little watch party for Werewolf by Night. I'm gonna wear a costume. Costume party! Costume party! What do you guys think? Yeah? Yeah? Does that sound fun? Let's do it. Old School says, as soon as they said the word bioelectricity, my mind went to Miles. Wait, what? What are you talking about, bro? Are you talking about in She-Hulk? Is that are you talking about She-Hulk, bro? Am I missing something here? Old Head Mike's Metalcore and more said, message Twitter for stream idea. I missed yesterday. Okay, right on. I'll look at that, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Brian says, member for 13 months, says, I find it hilarious that Adrian Chase, Arrow, is Pug. LMAO. What? Is that a She-Hulk thing? What the fuck are we talking about here? Kendall, a.k.a. the Sensei, says, go watch Tales from the Hood by Spike. I don't know that I've ever seen that one. Do the Right Thing, though. Absolutely incredible. I love Spike Lee, dude. I think he's an incredible director. I was telling everybody on the Nerd Vengers chat yesterday, watch Inside Man. If you've never seen Inside Man, I think shows all of Spike's just how good he is at filmmaking, building tension, all of these different things. Also, the Malcolm X movie is absolutely dope as well. Mate says, I'm a happy little nerd, Josh. Andor gave me new hope for Star Wars. MCU Phase 5 looks insane. Hugh Jackman is back, and I got hired to write for a film/news review website. By the way, Guillermo del Toro for Blade. Take my money. Dude, del Toro would be great. I don't see that happening, but that would be great. And also, congratulations on the new gig. That's absolutely fantastic. I have no idea what you're talking about with Andor, but it's all good. And MCU Phase 5, baby, let's go! Much love, dude. Much love. Amelia says, I think Feige is stretched at the moment because he's planning on setting up the next 10 years. Once the machine is running smoothly, he'll be able to sit back a little bit. I agree, actually. I do think that's part of it. Part of it is that 10-year plan. Mo from the Foe says, not able to make as many streams because of my new work schedule, but I'm glad I could catch today's after the Blade and Jackman news. Here's my money for Godson. Love you, brother. Hey, much love right back to you, man. And I hope the day is going well. I understand things are crazy for people. People are getting busy. I totally understand it. The tower's always open for you when you can make it. And what a day. What a day, baby. Thanks for the support, man. J Mike Gaming, member for 6 months, says, was in a parking lot refreshing YouTube when it popped up on Ryan's. I think the lady next to me thought I was crazy when I randomly started bawling. For sure, man. I wonder if she's like, are you okay? What's wrong? And then you like looked up at her and you were like, Hugh Jackman's back as Wolverine. You know, that's something I would do. 100%. Rhett Procta says, dude, with the Jackman news, it makes me think what other X-Men actors will come back possibly. Could we get James Marsden as Cyclops in the 90s suit? Whoo, girl. Don't tempt me with a good time. I'm all about it, dude. I'm all about it. Look, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for hey, all that bullshit about the 2025 X-Men shit for the MCU is not true. I need more people to talk about that. Then I'm like, let's go. It's fuck. You know? And then it's like, well, what other X-Men are coming back? Like, dude, let's go. We got X-Men 97 next year. Let's go. I'm excited. Mars, welcome back to the Nerd Vendor. C-Dub, member for 28 months. That's a lot of support. Thank you very much. Great news. Found out this morning I got the job I've been chasing for the last month. Let's go. Will Deadpool 3 be rated R or PG-13? R. I'm thinking hard PG-13, but Deadpool will make fun of it and Disney throughout the movie. I believe, and they could change it. Nothing's set in stone. But I think Ryan is fighting very hard for it to remain R. I also think that Rob Liefeld has also hinted that, yeah, they're going to keep it as rated R. Now, with Jackman coming back and it being as big as it is going to be, you could say, like, well, dude, let's just make it PG-13. You maybe make another $100-200 million, and let's crack a billy. I think this movie's going to make a shit ton of money regardless. I don't think you need it to be PG-13. So I'm hoping for R. I want to see him slice and dice, dude. I want Wolverine to slice and dice. And Deadpool, too. X Noir, member for 3 months, says, so lit that we get Wolverine back. Do you think the movie's going to take place in the Fox universe and then end up with Deadpool MCU? Yes. I think that's the basic idea, is that he's going to end up in 616. And I think that, yeah, maybe even Jackman will end up in 616 because of, you know, via the multiverse and shit like that. So that's what I think is going on, for sure. David says, we're going through all these places. Yellow Suit, Road Trip, Q4 2024 release date. You got it on the money, brother. Multiversal incursion story. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. I'm going to do a big video about this, too. Today, we're just kind of like, you know, having fun, speculating, going over it. I'll put a well-produced video out. I don't think there's going to be a video today, just because I'm fucking tired, dude. I got so much going on. We've cranked out a lot of videos already this week, so I might chill today. But you'll have another Deadpool 3 Wolverine video out in the next couple of days for sure. A big one. Old Head Mike's Metalcore and more says they could use Deadpool to set up because of his huge audience. I agree. Mick Tem says, I went to an early screening of Days of Future Past in 2014, New York City. Jackman, McAvoy, and Fassbender showed up to say hi. Jackman said they had done mock-ups of the mask. Ooh. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I'm excited. I mean, they took Tom Holland and put him back into like the OG Spider-Man looking thing, so why not, dude? Let's do it. Ben Snow with a $10 holla says, how do you feel about Taron Egerton Wolverine? I'm not sure because he doesn't seem the type to me, but I could just have his role as Elton John stuck in my head since that's all I see from him. I don't know. Yeah, I actually think he would be a good Wolverine. I think he's got the skills. I think he's actually got the physique. He'd have to put on some size, but I think he would be fine. I will tell you that whoever they get, I'm going to have a lot of confidence in because their casting is just on point, right? So if they see screen testing with Taron and they're like, nah, he can do this, then I believe them, right? I think it's going to be Taron Egerton. I think it'll be cool, but, you know, we'll see. Gavin says, remember, for 13 months, what if Wolverine and Deadpool survive an incursion and figure out a way to get to the 616 universe and help out the 616 universe for their incursion. Oh, don't tempt me with a good time. I think that sounds absolutely incredible, dude. I think that sounds absolutely incredible. You know, it could also end with them jumping from universe to universe, still ultimately being destroyed, and yet they pop up on Secret Wars. Because one of the things that happens is in Secret Wars, Doctor Doom takes all the fragmented parts out of all the different universes, and he squeezes them all down to create Battleworld. So there's all sorts of characters from different universes that are saved and brought to Battleworld. So it could be something like that. Mike Snow says, get the OG X-Men Wolverine haircut, Josh. Do it. Maybe I'll ask her today. I'll be like, hey, do you think that's even doable for me? Like, how could we work out a Wolverine haircut? You know what I mean? Maybe I won't do it today, but maybe I'll do it for the movie. Dan the Man with a 10 spot, brother. Appreciate the love. Says Wade and Wolverine will save different variants from the incursions, either the OG X-Men or the First Class. Maybe Ben Affleck Daredevil and Elektra and the survivors from that group end up on Battleworld. Yeah, totally possible, man. I think we're on the same page with like where we think this could go. I think he might look for a variant of Vanessa, which would be really interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. I expect it to be well done. And even though it's going to be really funny and self-referential, I actually do think it'll end up being very epic. Like, the thing is, Deadpool 1, even though it's Deadpool, is actually this really heartfelt love story fun movie. Deadpool 2 is really cool, and I like Cable in it, right? But I hope that Deadpool 3 kind of accomplishes a little bit more of what Deadpool 1 did. Where, like, at the end of the day, it's really about like heart and that character, and it can do all the fun things, all the bombastic things. I expect a lot of jokes about Kevin Feige, about the bigger budget now, how they can do all the X-Men and shit like that. Like, I just expect a lot of fun stuff like that. This will probably end up being one of the best and most enjoyable comic book movies of all time. They're swinging for the absolute fences with this thing, and just like when we sat down to watch Spider-Man No Way Home, we just had this feeling we were going to experience something special, and we did. That's what I expect from Deadpool 3, dude. 100%. Crazed Panda says, what if Deadpool, using the time machine, causes an incursion? Then they do Deadpool kills the Fox universe. Easy billion, Feige. 100%, dude. I brought that up earlier, and I think it's on a lot of people's minds. Like, totally possible that that's the way they do it. Absolutely. Lee says, hey, Josh, while I ignore my work colleagues during a mandatory training slideshow, I was wondering, is Wolverine confirmed for the whole movie, or are they going to screw us and just do a post-credit scene? It's a good question, Lee. Also, dude, meetings are dumb. You know what I mean? You just need to stand up in the meeting, just tell them all. It's enough of the bullshit. We all know we want to be nerd-venging. And then anybody that doesn't know what that is, you slap them up. And you put the stream on for the whole meeting. Okay, now let's talk about your question. There ain't no goddamn way that they're just going to do a post-credit scene. Because something like that was probably more on the table for Multiverse of Madness. A very short appearance. Like what they did with Krasinski, right? And I believe Jackman didn't want to come back for that because he's like, nah, man, like I want it to be meaningful. So to me, you know, everything that we just talked about in this stream about how these guys are friends, they've been business partners, they've helped each other out. Deadpool himself has been teasing Hugh Jackman Wolverine for the longest. No, there's no way. This is going to be big. It's going to be not just a starring role, but probably a lot of ancillary roles as well, because I think there'll be variants. So I think you're going to get more Wolverine than you've ever gotten. And also, Hugh Jackman's on record for wanting to hang out with the Avengers. He absolutely wanted to hang out with the Avengers and be a part of the Avengers back when First Avengers was going on, and he was still kind of more of the heyday of being Wolverine. And I think you'll absolutely see that too in Secret Wars. Maybe more. Thank you, Lee. Skylar Hillman says Ryan Reynolds is God. Confirmed. I mean, if he's not the God, he might be a God. Maybe a demigod. Maybe the god of dumplings. Sozin's comment says, I know Feige is currently stretched too thin, but it's really too much to ask for him to take on the entire Star Wars IP and fix everything and usher in a new age of connective tissue. Just kidding. Nerd Vengeance for life. Maybe after Secret Wars. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Guess we'll have to wait and see. And also, Star Wars? Never heard of her. Yarder Bird says 2021 Heroes Reborn / Squadron Supreme / Blade movie. My God. What if all that shit happens, dude? What if all that shit happens? Because Blade was a big part of Heroes Reborn, especially at the beginning of that story. And I love that story, dude. I think it's sick. So that would be fun. X Noir says, yo, Jay, this is the next few phases is going to be hot fire. Much love to you and the fam. Bam. Thank you, X Noir. Appreciate that. Skylar follows up and says, do you think with all the multiverse shenanigans, we will get Wesley Snipes as Blade again? I have heard that, but not really from a reliable source. But I have heard that that's possible and on the table for Secret Wars. Yeah. Jack DeWiski says, She-Hulk, Deadpool, twerk battle. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there right now. I can't quantify this, okay? But I'm gonna throw this out there right now, and I want to know what you guys think about this. Okay? I want to know what you guys think about this. I think Deadpool could out-twerk She-Hulk. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Yes or no? I think Deadpool could out-twerk She-Hulk. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Deadpool could literally chop his ass off and smack it back. Yeah, look, I wasn't going to go there, but sure. Yeah. Totally. That shit would be sick, dude. Yeah. Maybe we do need that twerk off now that I think about it. She-Hulk got them cakes. I mean, you're not wrong. Look, you're not wrong. Okay, let's keep going here. Dan the Man says, new Logan will be involved as well as Secret Wars story comes to close. Hugh tells him, do better than we did, bub. And new Logan starts on Krakoa. Oh, dude. I mean, come on. That's so hyped, bro. That's so hyped. And some shit like that would be absolutely incredible. I would love to see it, dude. I think it's on the table. Attila says, hell yeah, let's go. I can't wait to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again. Also, loving your content on the road to Secret Wars. Appreciate you, bro. I've told you guys before, when we get closer to Secret Wars, it'll be peak Den of Nerds content. We're going to rent out a theater, probably in New York City, for Secret Wars. We're going to get a ton of Nerd Vengers, and we're going to do a big thing, man. We're going to watch Secret Wars together. We'll do content together. It's going to be dope, bro. That'll be a weekend that you'll never forget. So that shit's going to be hype. 3 years away. The Exodus says, with a 10 spot, very generous, says 1. Remember, Feige recently saying that Deadpool 3 would be huge. Yes. 2. Remember how Jackman almost had a cameo in Tobey's first Spider-Man. Actually, I was unfamiliar with that, but that's sick. Feige will bring these pieces together sooner or later. 100%. Dude, he knows, bro. He knows. He knows what it's going to take for Secret Wars to blow our brains out of our buttholes. Somebody clip it. Julian says, the road down the path to Secret Wars is looking so dope. This stuff is getting real juicy real quick. Hope you all had a great day and hope the day treats you and the fam, Josh. Much love. Appreciate you, Julian. Yeah, man. All is well. I'll tell you this. I'm not saying that I went to bed at 8 p.m. last night, but what I am saying is, yo, this new dad life is crazy, and I went to bed at 8 p.m. last night. Just telling you. Simple things like going out to buy a few things and hit a few different store locations become stressful, energy-sucking, time-consuming things. And I don't know. I'm getting older, and babies are real unruly. Like, dude, the other day, babies can be really unruly, and they don't have a big vocabulary, so they don't really know like how to tell you like what's going on or whatever. They just cry. So yeah, shit's a little wild. Amelia says, my faith is in our Lord and Savior Deadpool to fix the boner. Oh, that would be great. Also, it's my birthday today. Nerd Vengers for life. Oh my goodness. Can we get some happy birthdays for Emilia in the chat? Candles, fireworks, etc., etc. Happy birthday to you. Hope it's a good one. What are your plans? Nate says, member for 12 months. Thanks for all the support, brother. Says, hope we get to see Deadpool kill the Fox universe. That would be dope. It would be dope. It would be real cool. I would be pretty excited. I'd be pretty excited. 34 Virgo says with a 10 spot. Appreciate it, man. Says, bro, I swear watching it excited about Logan returning Deadpool was like watching Aegon in the window. Again, you had such delight on your face. LMFAO, can't wait. Don't tempt us with a good time. Amen, dude. Amen. Am I like Aegon jerking out the window right now? Hang on a second. Okay, so, chat, help me out here. Help me out here, chat. Yes or no? Yes or no? Is that the take? Am I like Aegon out the window right now? What? It can't be. I'm like Aegon out the window right now? The fuck? Oh my god. Well, now I understand why Aegon doesn't want to rule and he just wants to live here. I mean, this is great. You know, if I'm Aegon right now, then shit, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You know what I mean? Ultrasonic the Doom says, did you DM me last night or was that a scammer? Probably a scammer, brother. Probably a scammer. Josh Meadows, member for 22 months, says, thanks for entertaining me while I work. What do you think of the Rings of Power? Do you think Halbrand is Sauron? I feel like the show will pick up. This is me watching Rings of Power. No, I don't. No. I think the show will pick up. Well, God, I hope so. Yeah, Rings of Power is just not for me, dude. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Sorry, Josh. I'm sorry. I really don't like the show, bro. I stopped watching it. I didn't even watch last week's episode. I'm not watching this week's episode. Yeah, I think it's pretty boring. Ryan says, I hope James Marsden gets redemption as Cyclops, plus give me multiple Wolverine suits. Let's go, dude. And yeah, Cyclops is dope, and I hope they do Cyclops justice. And yeah, dude, give him a little redemption here, bro. You know what else I want? I want to see the version of Deadpool that's in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D. that's actually, like, beautiful, right? Because I think it's Merc with the Mouth, Deadpool goes around to a bunch of different versions of himself and kills them, and one of them is a S.H.I.E.L.D. officer. It's like a Nick Fury, but he's like in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D., but he's like beautiful. And I'd love to see that, like ugly ass Deadpool and like beautiful, but like a buff version of like Ryan Reynolds. Like that would be really, really funny. Then there's a female version of Deadpool and they kiss. That's so weird and so ridiculous. But yeah, some fun stuff like that would be cool. Purple Funk says Taryn in Apple's Blackbird is basically young Logan. Dude, I have to check that out then. Holy shit. Wrecked Proctor says, hey Josh, do you think it's possible that X-23 Laura will make an appearance in Deadpool 3? That would be dope to see a grown-up version of her. So here's the thing. I, like many of you, sort of had the knee-jerk reaction of like, dude, throw Laura in there. And I love Laura. She's incredible in that film. She was absolutely incredible in that movie. Like, damn, really, really good. The problem is that's a little too close to Logan. And if we really want to respect Logan and we really want to let Logan do its thing, I don't think you can bring Laura in. I just don't think you can. Leave that over there. You know what I mean? Maybe you could bring her on Secret Wars. You could bring her in 616 in a different way, but I feel like that's a little too close. Maybe you guys don't agree, but I'm like, nah, like I don't think we can do that. Hyder says, what does the Marvels have to do to make Carol likable to you? I think she's fine, but you probably just want to shift public opinion on the character. Well, first of all, I don't know that Carol needs to be likable. You know, in the comic books, in many different runs, Carol is not likable. She is kind of the way that she is in that first film. I think Carol can be used in stories really, really well and remain that unlikable, snarky biatch. What I think, though, is that Marvel's like kind of playing this like game of tightrope with the character where they actually might want her to be likable and like use her in a capacity that's more Disney appropriate for like a female character or whatever, and I just don't know that that's gonna fly. So to me, I don't think I need her to be likable. I definitely don't need her to be likable to enjoy the film or to enjoy the story. My concern with the movie is that it's going to try to like come after the trolls and like approach the criticism and the trolls in such a way that's going to just end up being very cringy and not landing well, right? The Marvels could absolutely be an incredible movie, but I don't need to like Brie Larson. I don't need to like Carol Danvers for it to accomplish that. You know what I mean? McTem says with a $10 holler, says, continued that they made a mock-up version of the mask for Jackman before the Wolverine deleted scene. He said it was too much like a Mardi Gras. Yeah, jokingly, I bet. Yeah, I mean, if anybody can crack that, it's Feige and his team. It's not an easy thing to figure out, but I think they can crack it. They could crack the Wolverine mask. 100% they can. Let's see here. Wavy Dave Topic, member for 17 months, says the first thing I thought of after seeing Ryan's video was the stream of looking at Hugh Jackman's Instagram. Dude, I know. I think a lot of people had that vibe. I got a lot of messages about it. And yeah, I was damn convinced that he was coming back. I think he's actually skinnier now than he even was back then. Maybe he was thinking about doing it and was like getting bigger. But I think at this point, like, he can put on a little bit of size and they can help him out with some CGI. And if he was wearing the yellow costume, I mean, we don't need like a shirtless scene. Just put him in the yellow costume and like just, you know, pump it up a little bit with some CGI and I'm good. Leonard says, member for 26 months, thank you for all the support, brother. Says, Josh, any word on why Deadpool 3 wasn't announced at D23? D23 was literally just 2 weeks ago. Still pumped though. I don't have a good answer for you. I think right now one of the rumors is that they were working out pay for Jackman. And I think he's going to get a boatload of money. Because I also think it's for Secret Wars, right? So I think that's what it is. Some speculation that maybe they didn't want to just totally take over the con and make everything else seem shit. Who knows for sure? You know what I mean? Who knows for sure? All right. Let's hang out in the chat. Let's hang out for the chat. I'm going to chat for a little bit. What do you guys think? How you feeling? What else is on your mind? Any other questions? What's going on? What's up? Have you seen Dave Filoni on The World Between Worlds? Season 4 Rebels is peak Star Wars. World Between Worlds isn't time travel. A great explanation because, well, it's Dave in Ahsoka we trust. I don't know that I've ever seen that. What is it, like a YouTube video or something? A deep fake of femme version of Ryan? You son of a bitch, I'm in. I mean, why even have a D23 now? I mean, I thought D23 was cool, but I mean, yeah, bro, I don't know, okay? I've been saying for a long time, like, fuck all this noise, just bring in the mutants. Like, honestly, there's just a lot of stuff that's just not hype, bro. You know? Like, and I think bringing in the mutants and doing the X-Men is, like, the right move. I don't know what the logic is. And I also think, like, again, as I was saying earlier in the stream, dude, the market's just sorting itself out. Like, they're trying some shit right now. Some of it's not working. They're not just going to ignore that. Like, She-Hulk dropping out of the Nelson top 10. Bro, of course Marvel's going to take that into consideration. You know what I mean? So I think that just when it comes to like Marvel and when it comes to these other shows and things, like at some level you do have to let the audience just speak through their actions. You know what I mean? Dave on WBW is a YouTube interview clip. I can send you the link on IG. Yeah, hit me up. Have you tried playing new Apex gun game mode? No, I haven't. What is it? What is that? Any data is good data for Star Wars and Marvel. Yes. I think the difference for me between Star Wars and Marvel is that it's pretty obvious to me that Marvel takes these things into consideration and tries to adjust. I'm not so sure with Star Wars. You know what I mean? I'm just not so sure. So... do you think Doom will use Wanda in the role of Molecule Man for Secret Wars, using her to steal the Beyonder's power? Very possible, dude. Very possible. And I like that idea, actually. It's like COD gun game where each kill you get a new gun. Oh, that's kind of cool. Bro, I'm just so stuck on this Gundam game, dude. I love this Gundam game. And then, if anything, I want to get back into Cyberpunk. I've been thinking about getting back into Cyberpunk, dude. Getting back into Night City. Yeezy for Sheezy says Logan is top 5 comic book movie for me, and nothing that happens in Deadpool 3 will change that. I think we're lucky to even get Hugh back. Hype! Yeah, I feel the same. Logan's in my top 3, maybe my top 5 of comic book movies of all time. Most of the time, I just tell people Logan is my favorite comic book movie. It just personally scratches all the itches that I have. And I think they use the lore in a really interesting way. It's a brilliant film. I want Wanda to have agency and be redeemed. Otherwise, I don't care. Totally cool. Totally fair to feel that way. Josh, after you brought up Gundam the other week, my neighbor mentioned it and I had to hop on. I am ass. Dude, it's a very difficult game because you can't just solo through that. You need teamwork, dude. It's just like Overwatch. Like, a great Overwatch player cannot carry a mid or below Overwatch team, especially if you're playing a good team. Like, it just won't happen. So it's the same thing in the Gundam game. You need a good team. And if you don't have a good team, you would need to at least just try to be with your team. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on the latest Rick and Morty episode? I'm an episode behind. I didn't check it out on Sunday, so my bad. Josh, how do you think the ratings downside of She-Hulk will affect the creators of the show, Jessica Gao? I mean, who knows for sure? I mean, usually the rule in Hollywood is if you have like an unsuccessful project, it certainly hurts your ability to negotiate for further projects. I don't think that her career will be over or anything like that. But, like, she just may have to, like, go do some smaller stuff, kind of build up the repertoire a little bit. I don't think she'll be back to do Marvel stuff. But that's just, it's just a guess. Like, I don't know. Josh hates all shows right now. Hey, that latest episode of Andor was better. I still don't like Andor. But that was a better show. And they're setting up this really cool heist. So, hopefully, next episode is dope. You know what I mean? We know Ryan will make out with a female-looking version of himself, and Hugh walks up with a bub pun. Let's go. Deadpool versus Wolverine. Absolutely, Dawn. It'll be fun. Where do you think we'll see She-Hulk next? Probably Captain America New World Order. Maybe more. Maybe other things. Yeah. Ocean's 11 meets Star Wars. Yeah, maybe, huh? Josh hates stories. Don't forget. Yeah, I hate stories, bro. But House of the Dragon's dope. Do you believe Lizzie that Wanda will not be in Agatha's show, or is she following Garfield's playbook? I think Lizzie knows way more than she leads on. Way more. Now, what that is, I couldn't tell you. Could she show up in that movie? Yes. Or that show. I think she's actually more of a lock for, definitely for the Child's Crusade or the Children's Crusade, whatever that ends up being. I think she might pop up in Wonder Man. I think she's definitely going to be in Kang's Dynasty, and I think she'll definitely be a part of Secret Wars, but that's just me. Jordan Peele to direct Blade? I doubt it. I think that Jordan Peele is doing his own thing, and even though he might like the idea of doing some of these more fun, like, Marvel things, like, I don't really think so, man. He's going to do his thing. He's writing a legacy for his own personal brand, you know what I mean? Which is so rare. I think in Hollywood, you know, if you get to that point where, like, you become such a brand that, like, your own shit is bringing people to the theaters, like, why would you, you know, go make corporate stuff? I love the spy/espionage aspect of Andor. Yeah, definitely one of the better sides of it for sure. All the marketing for Deadpool 3 will be done by Ryan and his team on socials and not done by Disney Marvel, in my opinion. Thoughts? I would say you're probably mostly right, for sure. And why wouldn't they? He's a marketing genius. He has his own company where they actually do, and I think it's an award-winning company where they do marketing. So yeah, Ryan is a genius, dude. He's brilliant, and so is Hugh. So this is a dream project, dude. You know what I mean? Do you think we will see Black Widow again? I do. Secret Wars. If the first mutant isn't the X-Men, which other mutant team would you want to appear in the MCU itself? So this is going to sound weird, but my pick would actually be the Marauders. And I want Mr. Sinister and the Marauders to be a thing. Maybe you could do X-Force. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would do that team. Maybe the Hellfire Club would be really interesting. To, like, focus on the Hellfire Club could be interesting. So, what are your thoughts on Andor Episode 4? I'm going to save my thoughts for Monday. I don't like Andor as a show, but that was a better episode. Midnight Suns? Okay. Okay. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. Ooh, Savage Land Sauron? Dude, yeah, Savage Land Sauron would be sick, dude. Midnight Suns won't be with Hugh, though? Oh, yeah, probably not. Probably not. Probably not. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Good stream. A lot of hype, a lot of excitement on the Marvel side of things for sure. Like I said, I'm going to do another big video about just like speculating on Deadpool 3, Wolverine, what that's going to be like. It's going to be fun. Super cool. When do we see America Chavez again? I think relatively soon. Relatively soon. All right, everybody. Much love. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. So we're definitely doing Wednesday morning streams from now on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back, baby. We're back. It's almost Friday, Friday, Friday. It's almost Friday, Friday, Friday. Yeah, it is almost Friday. Let's go. Go watch Rick and Morty. Okay, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Get off my back. All right, everybody. Much love. I'll see you guys soon. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Once more, the nerdy gods smile upon us. Once more, we gather in this place, a temple, if you will. Nerdvengers. We're just getting started. Don't let the hype overtake you. Let me tell you this. Shit's about to get so hyped up in the next couple of years that I'm going to need you guys to watch out for your blood pressure. Meaning, watch how much salt you intake. You got to start going on walks or going to the gym. You got to start taking care of yourself because this shit is likely to give you a fucking heart attack. I'm telling you right now. Oh, well, life's so hard. Oh, global shutdown. Oh, all these different things. Oh, no, fucking politics. Shut your goddamn mouth. Secret Wars. Why get up? Secret Wars. Why go to work? Secret Wars. Why take 8 cups of water a day and eat your vegetables? Secret Wars. It's very simple. Yeah. So just keep on keeping on. I'll see you later. Open up that third eye. Watch out, your brown eye!